am Alice.
大家好，我是 Bernice.
And today in our library spotlight, we have the wonderful world of Méjanes Library. And Méjanes, by the way, is a French word, so if I'm not pronouncing it right, I had the English pronunciation, not the French one. So don't worry about that too much. But basically, when wanting the world to read goes right.
Okay, so today's topic is focused on library. So how do you feel about a library? A library is a place for almost all the students, the learners. We go there to study, to have fun. Yeah. You can also look at some beautiful people there. Okay. All right. So that's we're going to talk about library, and this library is very good. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful world. Okay, but why do they have this kind of library? Because they want the whole world. They can read together. Okay, they can make reading becomes something that everybody can do that. Okay, so this is the topic for today.
Let's take a break and then continue.
Okay.
The wonderful world of Méjanes Library. When people come across the outside of Méjanes Library in Aix-en-Provence, France, they're always amazed by the 5-story tall books that decorate the entrance. The 3 giant books are The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, The Stranger by Albert Camus, and The Imaginary Invalid by Molière. They are 3 of France's most celebrated books and look great in the background of Instagram pictures. There is a much deeper history behind the Méjanes Library, though. The Marquis of Méjanes, Jean-Baptiste Marie Dupiquet, was a big collector of books. He had more than 80,000 volumes when he died in 1786. In his will, he left all these treasures to the French government on condition that they opened a library. He stated that the books should be for the general public to read, but not take home. His conditions were accepted, and soon his books were on the 2nd floor of Aix-en-Provence City Hall. The books remained there from 1810 to 1989. In 1989, the collection was moved to an old match factory, and the location was renamed Cité du Livre, or City of Books in English. People can still go there today to read the books as well as take photos of the giant books outside.
Okay, let's begin. When people come across the outside of Méjanes Library in Aix-en-Provence, France, they are always amazed by the 5-story tall books that decorate the entrance. Again, don't worry about the French pronunciation. We're learning English here, right? But yeah, they're amazed, like, whoa, like amazement, very like odd, like I think it's really awesome.
Really different. We use amazed or surprised. Okay, they feel surprised by the 5-story tall books, which means the books outside of the entrance, you can see them, are very, very tall. Okay, and they use the 5-story tall books to decorate the entrance. The entrance is the place you want to go into the library. Okay, so when people, they see the outside of the library, it's very special. The entrance is very special because the place is in France. Okay, they will feel amazed. They will feel surprised by the books in front of the library, the entrance. And the books are 5-story tall.
And one story is basically each floor is considered a story, so 5 stories. Whoa! Yeah. The 3 giant books are The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, The Stranger by Albert Camus, and The Imaginary Invalid. I think the French pronunciation would be invalid. Yeah, but the English one, we call it invalid, by Molière. And these 3 books, you might have heard of them, might have not. But for French people, they are very famous.
Because these books are 5-story tall, so we can say the 3 books are giant books, okay? The 3 giant books, what are they? The first one is The Little Prince. Maybe many of them have ever read this before. The Little Prince is a novel talking about a young prince who visits all kinds of planets in space. Okay, that's the first novel, first book. And the second book is The Stranger. The Stranger is a kind of talking about philosophy. Okay, so this is it's also a very classic story, literature. Okay, and the third book is The Imaginary Invalid. Okay, this is also a play, okay, by this person. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce this person's name. Okay, because, yeah, just like what Alice said, it's in French. We don't know how to say that very correctly. Okay, so these are the 3 books. You can see them. They are all 5-story tall in front of the entrance.
There are 3 of France's most celebrated books and look great in the background of Instagram pictures, right? So the background, right? If we could say the wall behind us is the background, right? We are the foreground, we are in front, that is the background.
Yeah, that's right. So when we want to take a picture, of course, we will care about the background, okay? So if you take a picture in front of the library, these 3 books will be very good background for you, okay? And the 3 books, they are very famous, celebrated, which means very famous books, okay? And if you use them as your background, if you want to take a picture and you put these pictures on Instagram, they look very great in the background, okay? If you want to take a picture, okay?
There is a much deeper history behind the Méjanes Library, though, right? So it's not just looking nice, right? There's also a deep history. It goes back a long, long ways.
Yes, so which means the library has a story we can listen to, okay? Much deeper. When we use deeper, usually we use much to describe deeper, okay? And also we can use a lot deeper, okay? Which means the library has a lot deeper history we can listen to, we can understand. What is it? We're going to know later.
Just wait.
And the third book is The Imaginary Invalid. It is a play and it is also a comedy. And I still remember that it was twice adapted as films. So you can watch the movies, okay, based on this comedy.
The Marquess of Méjanes, Jean-Baptiste Marie de Picquet, was a big collector of books. So if you're a collector of books, you like to collect them. You like to keep them. Not only books, some people like to collect stamps or collect baseball cards, lots of things.
Yeah, it is a very good habit. Okay, this person, he likes to collect all kinds of books. And the person is a Marquess. Marquess, which means after Duke. Okay, Duke is the first one, and the next one will be Marquess. Okay.
He had more than 80,000 volumes when he died in 1786. Whoa, long time ago. And volumes of books is kind of a measurement of books, right? You could say like one book, but you could say that there's like volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. It's just a kind of a way to describe like how many books you have.
Yeah, so this person really has a lot of books. He had more than, 80,000 books. Okay, but when he died in 1786, he already had so many books.
In his will, he left all these treasures to the French government on condition that they opened a library. So a condition is basically some like a kind of a rule that they have that you can have. So for instance, in this case, he was saying that, oh, okay, you can have my books, but you have to open a library. Like, that's my condition. That's my rule.
Yeah, that's true. So will usually will be when a person die, okay, and he left a kind of official statement about how to arrange all of your personal stuff, okay? So this person, he said, okay, only if, on condition that, we can also say only if they, which means the French government, okay, you have to open this library. Only if you open the library and you can have all of my treasures. The treasures, of course, will be the books.
He stated that the books should be for the general public to read, but not take home, right? So that's what a library is that you can read it. Well, actually, you can take it home, but you have to give it back. You can't keep it forever.
No. Okay.
But maybe he didn't think we would take it home or take it back. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So the person said that the books should be for the general public, which means everybody. If you have the library permit, maybe you can get into the library and you can read all of these books. But he doesn't want people to take these book home. Maybe you can take them home, but remember, always return the book to the library.
His conditions were accepted, and soon his books were on the second floor of Aix-en-Provence City Hall. So again, conditions, right? Like it's those rules you have, like you can do this if you do this, right? It's conditions, special rules.
Yeah, which means finally the government accepted his rule. Okay, and they say, okay, I will open the library. Okay, everybody can get inside to read the books. So they put their books on the second floor of the city hall. So which means you can go on to the second floor and you can read all of the person's book will be there.
Let's take a break and then move on.
Okay.
Okay, continuing on. So, the books remained there from 1810 to 1989. So, that remained there, that means they stayed there. They didn't go anywhere. They remained there.
Yeah, of course the books will be there, okay? From almost 180 years, okay? All of the person's books stayed inside of the Méjanes library.
In 1989, the collection was moved to an old match factory, and the location was renamed Cité du Livre. And, excuse my French, by the way, but it means City of Books in English. And the collection, right, more than one book, but if they all kind of belong to the same person or the same whatever series, we can call it a collection.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so in 1989, the collection, which means all of the books, okay, they were moved to an old match factory. You know what is a match? A match is when you want to smoke. Okay, in the old times, we use a match. And the location, which means the place, was renamed, which means they changed a different name. They gave the location a different name. The name in English, we call it City of Books. I believe this is a very suitable name for this place because the books are so many, okay? And they put all of the books in a factory. So you cannot say this is a book factory, which means, okay, this is a place you make books. No, this is a collection, okay? This is a place to collect all of the books. So they call the place City of Books. I think it is very suitable.
Me too. People can still go there today to read the books as well as take photos of the giant books outside. So when they say as well as, it just kind of means also, or they can also do this, or they can additionally do this.
Yeah. So when people, we go to the library today, the first thing, of course, you want to get inside to read all of the books, as well as means and. You can also do what? You can also take photos of the giant books outside, means at the entrance. Okay, because we just talked about that. The 5-story tall books, they are very good background. Okay, so you can, of course, if you go there, you want to take photos of all of these giant books. And also you want to go inside to study, to read all of the books inside. So that is also a good tourist attraction for people to go there.
And it's really amazing, again, that all these books are available for the general public, right?
That's
for
true.
Everybody. It's not only like if you are rich and have a lot of money, you can go. No,
Yeah.
it's poor people can go and
because
learn
it's
things
open to the public. So everybody, when you go there, you can go inside to read the books.
So it's nice that kind of, we want the world to read, and this is a chance, right? Everybody can read.
So see, library is a very good memory for everybody. Okay, when we were students, even though right now we are adults, we still like to go to library, because inside of a library we are not just go there to read. We can also go there to do a lot of things. Okay, we can also meet some people inside of a library.
All right, let's take a break and then talk about our vocab.
Okay.
All right, time for our exciting vocab. Okay, so our first word is amaze. It's like, whoa, in awe of. That's kind of the reaction when you think of amaze.
Okay, when you see beautiful views, we say, wow, the views are amazing. And I feel amazed. So don't forget about that. You use amazing, ing, to describe something. And we use amazed, ed, to describe a person's feeling.
Next word we have is decorate. So if you want to decorate the walls, or you can decorate a building, right? You use the word decorate a Christmas tree, right? For the holidays, decorate.
Yeah. So when we decorate something, usually we put up some decorations, okay, on on something. Usually we want something to become more beautiful, more attractive, like Christmas trees.
Next, we have background. So we talked about it earlier, right? Background, wall, right? Foreground, it's us, right? Background and foreground.
Yeah, background usually in the back of us. Okay, when you take a picture, okay, you have to notice what the things in the back of you.
Next, we have volume. So usually there's another definition of volume, like how much water there is. But here we want to talk about volumes of books, right? Like volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. It's a unit of measurement. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, just like Alice said, it's a way to number the books. So you can also say book 1, book 2. You can also say volume 1, volume 2.
Next, we're going on condition that, or condition, right? So yeah, it's kind of like if I will give you my books on condition that everyone can read them, right? It's like you can do it if you do this.
Yeah, so only if. So condition is a kind of a rule. For example, you can say you can play video games on condition that you study hard or you pass the test. So which means you have to follow my rule, you really pass the test, and then you can play your video games.
All right, next word we have is remain, right? So remain, just basically don't go anywhere, like remain here.
Yeah, so remain, we can also say keep, or you can also say stay there.
Remain. Next we have collection, right? So a collection of, well, lots of things, right? In here we had a collection of books. That means there's just a lot of books all belong either to the same person or the same series, like a collection.
Yeah, a collection usually also we can say a person's hobby. Okay, for example, some people, they like to collect stamps, they like to collect books or any kind of things. So you can say you are a collector and these are your collections.
Yeah, some people like to collect bugs even.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have as well as, right? So kind of connects two phrases like this as well as this, right? Like it's one of those connector phrases.
Yeah, that's true. So when we use as well as, also we can use along with, along, which means we put the two things together.
And that's all the time we have today. We will see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.